Good morning once again to all of you. Well, so today we are going to see two important types of forces, right? And before coming to that, we should know what is actually a force. Till now you have been seeing about velocity, acceleration, displacement, distance, motion and all. But when we think of what is the reason that a body is moving, or a body while moving it stops. Suppose we are running and we wish to stop, we know that yes, we can stop, we can run. What is the reason that we are able to run or we are able to stop? And sometimes we even change our direction while we are moving on a vehicle, we are running, whatever case. If we want to make a turn, we make a turn also. So there should be some factor responsible for all these type of changes in the state of rest or motion of a body. So well, that is what we call as a force. So when we talk about force, we say it is nothing but it is a push or a pull. Now this push or pull, what it can do, basically this is responsible for what? For changing the motion, state of rest or motion. So in short we say it is responsible for change in a combined property of a body due to its mass as well as its velocity, which we call as a momentum. So responsible for change in momentum of a particle or an object or a system of particles, whatever we can take. So it is responsible for the change in momentum. Now when we say that it is responsible for change in momentum, then in this case what it can do, it can make a body move along a straight line path also, it can stop a body, it can make a body turn. Like sometimes what happens, sometimes if you push a box or something, you will see that it will move straight. But the same case, if you apply force on a door, if you pull the door knob or push it, then what happens, you see that the door does not get carried away with you, it rotates, it turns about the hinge, right? So it is also, we can say, responsible for or can cause, when we say body is moving along a straight line, translation or rotation, it can cause rotation also, and can stop a moving or rotating body. So this force can cause translation also in a body, it can cause rotation also, it can stop a moving or rotating body also. So it is responsible for change in momentum. When we talk of the momentum, you all know that momentum is a vector quantity which we denote as p vector. And how is momentum defined mathematically? We call it as the product of mass and velocity. So force is the factor which is responsible for the change in momentum. Now these forces, as I said, push pull, responsible for what change in momentum, can cause translation and rotation in a body. When we talk about the most important scientist who made important discoveries in the field of mechanics, who is Newton. So Newton said what? That any force, it will always occur in a pair. That means if you are applying force on somebody, then you can expect that the body will also exert some force on you. When two bodies are two particles, they are reacting with each other or are in contact or in any ways they are exerting forces on each other, we will say that forces always occur in pairs. So we are talking about the real forces. The real forces always occur in pair. What does that mean? That is, if I take between two bodies, suppose we are naming A and B. I have named two bodies A and B. So if A exerts force F vector on B, I am giving the name to a force as F. Listen carefully, it is very important. When a body A exerts F on B, then what happens? Simultaneously, without any time lag, without any delay, it will be simultaneous process. Then simultaneously B exerts a force which we call as minus F vector. What is minus F vector means? Means exactly equal and opposite, exactly equal and opposite to the force exerted by A on B. So simultaneously B will exert a force minus F vector on A. One of the force we call it as action, the other one will be called its reaction. So if F vector we call as action by A on B, then we will say minus F vector, this will be reaction by B on A, and vice versa. Means it is not necessary that you will always call the force by A on B as action. It can be the other way around. You can call minus F as the action of by B on A, then F will become the reaction. Understood? Listen carefully again. These two forces, action and reaction, they are not fixed. Why? Because we are saying that these two forces occur simultaneously. This is what we call as Newton's third law. This is called as Newton's third law. So when forces we say that occurring in nature, they are always occurring in pair between two bodies A and B. So if one body exerts a force F vector on B, then simultaneously B will exert a force minus F vector on A. If A vector is called as action by A on B, then minus F vector will be reaction by B on A, and vice versa. So these names can be interchanged. So any force can be called action, the other one will be called its reaction. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. So now talking about forces again. Forces basically in nature are of four types. Fundamental forces in nature are of four types, right? So let's see. When we talk about the push or pull type of force, so types of forces which are the fundamental forces in nature, we have four types of forces. Number one is what we call as gravitational force. These are the fundamental forces in nature. One is the gravitational force. Second one is what we call as electromagnetic force. Third one and fourth one, these are forces taking part or acting only in a certain region which we call as the nucleus of an atom. So these are strong and weak nuclear force. We have different chapters in physics dedicated for different types of forces. Here we will not be going into the details and intricacies of the forces. We will be just quickly looking at them, and then we will be moving on to our main point which we have to discuss today, which is weight and tension force, right? So gravitational, electromagnetic, strong and nuclear, strong nuclear force and weak nuclear forces. These forces, when we talk of these two forces, these act between the nucleons. Do you all know what are nucleons? Please respond fast. Please respond fast. Do you know what are nucleons? So act between nucleons inside nucleus of an atom. These are short range because the size of the nucleus is very small. The size of the nucleus is very small, so these are short range forces. Yes, correct? Fine, it's correct. Nucleons are nothing but neutrons and protons. So when the forces of interaction between nucleons are considered, it is found that the dominating force, this is the dominating force inside the nucleus. They are the dominating force inside the nucleus. Because there will be gravitational force also inside the nucleus, there will be electromagnetic force also inside the nucleus. But which one will be more dominating? It will be the nuclear forces. So dominating forces inside nucleus. Now talking about electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force, these forces are due to the transfer or sharing of electrons only. So electromagnetic forces, later on you will study that due to charged particles there are different types of fields which we call as electric field and magnetic field. When we combine both, we call it as an electromagnetic field. So when we talk of forces which is occurring due to transfer of electrons or sharing of electrons, then it is called as electromagnetic force. So these are exerted due to transfer or sharing of electrons between particles or objects. And one more force that I have written over here, as you can see, is what we call as the gravitational force. This is due to mass. So due to a property of any particle which is called as mass, the force exerted is known as gravitational force. Now this gravitational force is always attractive. It is always attractive. It is a pulling force. Two objects will be pulled towards each other by this. Okay. So due to mass or attractive force acts which will try to pull the masses towards each other. So that type of force is known as gravitational force. Now both these forces, when we talk of 1 and 2, both are long range forces, means they can extend up to infinity. These two forces are long range forces, they can extend up to infinity. Electromagnetic forces, they can be repulsive also and they can be attractive also. The electromagnetic forces, they can be repulsive as well as attractive, but gravitational forces are always attractive. Nuclear forces also in some cases they are repulsive also, that you will study later in a chapter dedicated for it, which is modern physics. There we will see about nuclear forces where in some range of separation between the nucleons it can be attractive and in some range it can be repulsive also. But talking about the four important forces by name, you have to remember gravitational, electromagnetic, strong nuclear and weak nuclear. Which one extends up to infinity also? Long range forces, these are gravitational and electromagnetic. Clear? And even out of these two, electromagnetic and gravitational force, electromagnetic forces are stronger than gravitational force considered for two particles. Okay. So these were the types of forces. Now in this particular chapter, which is called as the laws of motion, you will be studying some important forces and how these forces, when they act on any object, how to find the acceleration, how to find whether the body will move or not move, these all things we will study. So we should at least know the name and the direction and the magnitude of some important forces which can fall into any of these categories, right? So we will see two forces today. One is called as the weight of a body and another is tension. Okay. The name, even what we say tension, it does not mean that it will give you tension in your head. So there is a reason why it is called tension, we will see that. And someone asks what is net force. Net means resultant force. It's not that it is a fishing net by which you are going to catch a fish. Okay, net here means resultant force. Suppose two forces are acting on a body, 10 Newton and 2 Newton in the same direction. What will you call as the net force? 10 Newton and 2 Newton both are acting in the same direction on a body. What is the net force? Net means resultant. Yes, it is 12 obviously. And if 10 Newton and 2 Newton are acting in opposite directions, what is the resultant force or the net force? 8 Newton. Understood? If they are acting at some angle theta, then you have studied parallelogram law of vector addition, under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. By that you can get the net force. So net force, when I speak net force, yes, I am getting correct answers. When I say net force, it is the resultant of all forces obtained by vector addition. Clear? So that is what we call as the net force. Understood? Okay. So now we will proceed further and we will see the important forces that we were talking of. Important forces. Now keep this in mind that every force, real forces, they will occur in pair. I already told about Newton's third law. So important forces, first weight, we will denote it as W vector. If I am talking of a force, it is a vector quantity, so I am representing as weight of a body. So any body, its weight, it is example of what? It is which type of force out of the four basic forces that we studied? It is which force? Can you reply? The four fundamental forces I told: gravitational, electromagnetic, strong nuclear, weak nuclear. Which one of the four forces is the weight? Yes, correct. So it is gravitational force. Now before telling me, I'll like to remove some misconception which prevails in the minds of most of the students when they study about weight, because if you have this misconception later on also in the chapter Newton's laws of motion, you will face a lot of difficulty, and if you get it cleared right now, you won't have any problem. So I will ask you a question first, reply, then we will proceed with what it actually is. Okay, so suppose a body has a mass m. Okay, body or block has a mass m, or leave the body. Why to talk about anybody? Let me talk about myself. My mass is suppose m and I am standing on ground right now in the studio over here. I am standing on the ground. If my mass is m, then what force am I exerting on the ground? I am asking what force am I exerting on the ground? Tell me the value also and tell me the name of the force also. Am I exerting my weight on the ground? Is it a correct statement or not? No, I am not. I cannot exert my weight on ground. I am not a person to exert my weight on myself. No particle in the universe can exert weight on itself. It is an external force. It is an external force which is exerted by Earth or any planet on a given body. Now since we are on Earth, we are not stationed anywhere in any other planet or any other solar system. We are on Earth, so we will be talking specifically about Earth right now. So gravitational force is not a force that I am exerting on myself. The force is being exerted by Earth on me due to a property known as gravitation or a gravitational force. So it is a gravitational force which is exerted by Earth on the body, right? So this force is an external force acting on the body. This force is an external force acting on the body, and what it does, pulling it towards center of Earth. I said that it can be for any planet everywhere, but specifically we are talking about Earth because we are on Earth. So it is the external force acting on the body, pulling it towards the center of earth. So for a body whose mass is m, we will say weight acting on the body, its value we write as mg, where g is the acceleration due to gravity and it is shown to act downwards. This direction is from center of body to center of earth. We are considering the body as a particle, so from the center of the body to center of the earth, that is vertically downwards. Okay, so from center of the body to the center of the earth, it is acting downwards on the body. So it has to be always taken acting vertically downwards. Clear? So weight is not a force which a body exerts on another, it is the force which is exerted by earth on the body. Clear? This thing should be clear to everyone. Now the value g, in later chapter in gravitation you will study that g can vary if you move far away from the surface of earth or you go inside earth, then the value of g varies. But generally near the surface of earth g is constant. So when we talk of near surface of earth, g is almost constant and its value we take as 9.8 meter per second square or approximately 10 meter per second square, or in sometimes they will give you in feet and second 32 feet per second square, and we always take the direction of weight vertically downwards. Is it clear? So whenever we have to show the weight of a body, we will show it on the body itself and it is an external force. So if we have a block whose mass is m, so its weight is acting downwards. So this is exerted by earth, the body is not exerting. I am repeating one thing again and again. I know it may sound irritating sometimes, but again and again so that it can fit into your minds over there. So weight of a body is equals to mg. Okay. So now let's go and see the next type of force. This is the formula, basic formula for weight. Now comes the second type of force which we call as tension. Okay. The second important force is tension. Now tension, let me write first what type of force it is. It is a contact force. Now can anyone say which category will this force fall in? Out of the four fundamental force that I have discussed, which category will tension fall in? It is a contact force. Remember, any contact force are always electromagnetic. Contact forces are always electromagnetic. It can be a push or pull, and that is due to sharing or transfer of electrons. One body, another body, they can either repel each other or they can attract each other. So it can be pulling or pushing. Contact force, tension is a contact force which is an electromagnetic force. And what you have to remember about contact force does not act by itself. It will get developed. See, gravitational force is already there. If you talk of a body, you keep it on ground, you take it in air anywhere, a gravitational force mg will act on it. But contact forces, they will not be acting always, they get developed. These forces get developed. It is a contact force which develops only during contact in a string, or you can say a rope or a rod when pulled by some external agency or force. So whenever there is a pull caused in a rope or a string or a rod due to some external agency or a force, then this force develops. So this force tension, it will develop in a string or a rope or a rod when it gets pulled, right? So this thing we have to remember. Now as you saw that when the string gets pulled by Newton's third law, if you are pulling a string, then the string will also pull you. You all know that suppose there is a rope hanging and you catch the rope and you want to move up, or you just hang by the rope. Okay, you hang by the rope, you can stay in air by hanging on the rope. Now where are you pulling the rope, down or up? Where are you pulling the rope, down or up? If you are hanging on a rope and you want to climb on it, you will pull the rope down. So by Newton's third law, that tension force will be developed in the rope, right? The rope is being pulled down. Yes, correct. Now if I ask you, where is the rope exerting tension or pulling you? Where is the rope pulling you? It is pulling me up by Newton's third law. If I am pulling the rope down, the rope will pull me up. So tension is always a pulling force. It will always pull. You cannot push by tension. It is always pulling force. Now when we suppose by a ceiling, this is an ideal string. What do we mean by ideal string? It is almost massless. Okay, it is massless. There is no mass in this, or we can assume the mass to be negligible, correct? Now if I ask you what is the tension in this string, can you say? If I mark the ends of the string as AB, what is the tension? There is no tension. We will say tension in the string, we will denote tension by a force T. So tension in the string will be 0. Yes, correct. Now let me take case 2, the same string. And now we have a person who is holding the string. This man and just he is hanging. This man, his mass is m. Now the same string he is just holding, means he is in equilibrium, static. Now if I say, what will he do? He will pull the rope down. So when I see the rope, what force is he exerting on the rope? The force is key, tension by man. Man is pulling the rope down. Please don't write mg. See, I am very particular about some things. Don't write mg. It is tension. Don't write the values also, because if what happens that sometimes we are being very absolute about some formulas, and in that case we make mistakes and we confuse ourselves as well as others. Just say the force is tension. The value comes by applying Newton's laws. In some case it can be equal to the weight of the body, in some case it can be different also. What I am trying to explain is, So here just tell that the force is tension, don't write mg or all, okay. So listen carefully, don't write the values first, first you see what forces are acting. So when I see the diagram of the rope, has the rope got any mass? No. So will there be any weight on the rope? No. So here you can see, when the rope is being considered, what are the forces acting on the rope? It is tension by the man, and the ceiling will also pull it up, so there will be a force by the ceiling also upwards. So here what I am doing is, instead of drawing the ceiling, I am writing one more force here which will act at the topmost point. If I take this point as A and this point as B, here also a force will act. This is F, this is by ceiling on the rope. Ceiling is pulling the rope. So all are yes, clear. Man is pulling, we can say that there is a tension, but we will write the value later, I am just telling. So the ceiling is pulling the rope upwards, what force? F. Man is pulling the rope downwards, what force? T. Is the rope moving, going away to Australia or America or anywhere, or is it staying there only? Reply fast. I hope it is clear. Is it moving anywhere? It is there only. So if it is there, I will say, which I told as the net force. Net force is 0. So that means I can say upward and downward forces should balance. So I will say that F will be equal to T in magnitude. Means if they say what is the force by ceiling on the rope, I will say it is equal to the tension exerted by the man on the rope. These two are balancing each other. Can I say so? Clear to everyone? Yes, these two forces are balancing, equal and opposite, they are balancing each other. Now, when this happens, what we can say is, if I now see the man, every force has equal and opposite reaction. So man pulled the rope down by T. Then what force will the rope exert on the man with direction? Tell me fast. We don't have much time. Tell me fast. The man pulled the rope down by force T. Then what will be the force exerted by rope on the man and with direction? Yes, correct. It is the same force by Newton's third law. It is T. It will be exerted by rope on man. So the rope will pull the man up with tension T. That is the reason that he is able to hang there. Now one more force is acting on the man. What force is that? Someone else is pulling it or pulling him. Who is pulling the man? One is the rope upwards. Which other force is pulling him? Yes, correct. When you correct, it's the gravity due to which a force exerts on the man, which is mg. This is exerted, we know, by earth. Now again I repeat the same question. Is the man static or is he also moving? So the man is static, okay. So can I say that on the man also net force is 0 on the man? So that means the upward and downward force will balance, and that's why we got by force balancing T is equals to mg. So by balancing of force we are getting the expression T is equals to mg. Is it understood? Clear to everyone? One last example. Here we took the first case where we saw the string was not having any tension because no external force was acting. In this a man came, so externally he pulled down, so a tension came and its value came as mg. Now last example quickly we will see what happens if the same rope is there and the same man, but this time he is doing something different. Man is climbing up with an acceleration A. So when we are moving up, obviously we were at rest, he was hanging at rest, now he is changing his speed, that means accelerating up, and this is the same string. Now what we will say for the tension, if you see the string, again you will say the string force by the ceiling is acting up, the tension by man is acting down. Rope is massless, so again net force is 0 on the rope, so we will say F will be equal to T. Ceiling force is still equal to tension, but is the tension equal to mg in this case? Is the tension equal to mg in this case? So all those who were replying that no, tension is mg, so they will see a change in the case here. Is tension equals to mg? F is equals to T, it is correct, because the rope is massless, so it is correct. But what about man? If you now see the man, again the external forces acting on it are T, tension, which is exerted by the rope on the man. We have gravity, so mg also acting by earth. But in this case, the man is climbing up. So if the man is climbing up, then which law of Newton we will use? Tell fast. He is now accelerating. Which law of Newton we will use? Yes, second law. So Newton's second law says that net force is not 0, net force is mass into acceleration. Net force is mass into acceleration. So now he is going up, acceleration is upward. So what is the net force upwards? Upward T is acting, downward mg is acting. So we will say net force is T minus mg. T upwards, mg downwards, T minus mg. Yes, correct, second law. So this is equals to ma. So from here, if they ask me what is the tension in the rope, I will say it is m into g plus a, which is more than the weight of the person. It is more than the weight of the person. So tension is greater than the weight of the man in this case. So that's why I was continuously telling, don't form absolute formulas for contact forces, because it can change from situation to situation. So three important situations we saw. Here there was no tension, here we saw tension is equals to the weight of the man in second example, and in the third example we saw, case 3, that tension can be more also. Okay, so that will be all for today's lecture. I hope everything is clear to all of you. Sorry for the initial technical glitch, and what all points we discussed, you go through it properly. In next class we will see some more forces. Okay, thank you.
Hello, good morning students. So myself Jayan Sardana, chemistry faculty in Shri Chaitanya Goshala campus. So in last two classes, what we have discussed, nomenclature of some basic functional groups, that is alcohols, aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid. And before these classes we have studied nomenclature of alkanes, alkenes, alkynes as well as cyclic compound also we have studied. So today we are going to discuss questions based on this IUPAC nomenclature. So you have to participate in today's class. You have to apply all these last 4 or 5 classes of nomenclature in today's question session. So let us move to first question. Read what is given. A compound is shown, but we have to write IUPAC name of this compound. Now try to solve this question. Tell me what is answer for this. IUPAC name you have to select for this. First you have to tell me which functional group is present in this compound. Functional group you have to tell. I am not asking answer. You have to tell what is name of functional group present here. Alcohol. Very good students. Alcohol is functional group present. Now from here we see that OH is present. OH is which functional group? Alcohol is present. Now after that alcohol, if you check, some substituent are also present. What are substituent here? Bromo are substituent. Now first thing what we have to select, the length of the parent chain. So what is parent chain in this structure? This will be the parent chain. How many carbon atoms are in parent chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon atoms are in parent chain. After selection of parent chain, next thing is we have to do the numbering for this. So numbering is done in such a way so that the functional group will get the least number. So we have to do numbering from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here many students are telling answer is first, very good. But see how name can be written here. Now whenever after numbering, first we have to write name of the substituents present here. So what is substituent present here? Br is bromo. And this Br is also bromo. So 2 bromo are present. At which position they are present? 6th. 6, 6. It is dibromo. Now after writing this 6, 6 dibromo, next we have to write word root for 7 carbon atom. What is word root? Hept. After that, if you check single bond are present, for single bond what we have to write? Ane. And at which position alcohol is present? Second. So heptane 2-ol. So this will be the correct name. 6, 6 dibromo heptane 2-ol. So which option will match? If you check, first option will match. So what is answer? Correct answer is option number 1. Okay, let us move to next question. Now this is also question from alcohol. Now first you have to tell me how many carbon atoms are present in parent chain. Select the parent chain. And so if we select the parent chain, how many carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So total 9 carbon atoms are present in the parent chain. Now after that, next is numbering. Now numbering is done in such a way so that substituent will get the least number, or first functional group will get the least number. So for functional group, if I write from here, listen carefully, I am writing from both ends. 7, 8, 9. Now where functional group we are getting? Functional group we are getting at which position? 2, 8. But if we write numbering from opposite end, what we get? Let us write from opposite end also. So if I write numbering from this end, what I get? This will be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So from here also what we are getting? 2, 8. So it means there is tie in numbering of functional group. So next priority is given to substituent. Now if you see, substituent is present at which position? 3rd position and 4th position. But if we write from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will get 6, 7. So which is least? 3, 4. So this will be the correct numbering. Now next thing, how to write name for this? First write name of substituent. How many substituents are present? One substituent is ethyl and one substituent is methyl. At 3rd carbon what is present? Methyl. At 4th carbon what is present? Ethyl. Now we have to arrange them in alphabetical order. So for alphabetical order, first we write 4 ethyl. Then at 3rd position what is present? Methyl. So these are name of substituents. Then we have to write parent chain. Parent chain contains how many carbon atom? 9. So it is non-single bond ane. Now this E is not removed because how many OH groups are present? 2. We have to write diol. So it is 2, 8 diol. So this will be the IUPAC name. So which option is correct? Option number 1. It is 4 ethyl, 3 methyl, non 2, 8 diol. Okay. Now check, any doubt in this question? Now in next question, first question I am asking that what is functional group present in this compound? Carboxylic acid, very good. Which functional group is present here? COOH. What is name of functional group? Is carboxylic acid. Okay. Now if you remember nomenclature of carboxylic acid, we have written that in carboxylic acid numbering starts from COOH. Always number 1 will be given to carboxylic acid. So this will be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So how many carbon atoms are in parent chain? 4 carbon atoms are present in the parent chain. Now you have to tell, is there any substituent present in this compound? Substituent is present or not? This is substituent present. What is name of substituent? Methyl. So first we have to write the name of substituent. So it is 3-methyl. Now for 4 carbon atom, what is word root? But. Now after but at 3rd position, what is present? Ene. So it is butene and ends with which acid? Oic acid. Now check where this option is given, 3-methyl but 3-enoic acid. Check where it is given, 3-methyl but 3-1-oic acid. So which option will match? Option number 2. 3-methyl but 3-enoic acid. Now if we check fourth option, ane is given. That's why this is not correct. What is given? Ane. But here double bond is present. So what we have to write? Ene. So name is 3-methyl but 3-enoic acid. Here, any doubt in this name? Let us move to next question. Now this is good question. These type of question will be asked in NEET for nomenclature. They will give 3 or 4 options. We have to match which of the following is correct, which of the following is incorrect. So in one question they are asking 4 questions. In one question what they are giving? 4 questions. Sir, we should give preference for double bond. No, first priority is for functional group. After functional group, next priority is multiple bond. After multiple bond, next priority is substituent. We have written in last classes this. Now if we check which of the following is correct, which of the following is incorrect, let us move with option number 1. Now which functional group is present? COH. So if we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now is there any substituent present here? A substituent is present at second position. With substituent here? Chloro. So what is name of this compound? If you check, it is 2-chloro, correct? It is written 2-chloro. Next, for 5 carbon atom, what is written? Pentane, single bond, ane. And for carboxylic acid, what is written? Oic acid. It means this is not incorrect, this is correctly matched. So this is correct IUPAC name for first structure. Now let us move to second. Now again COH, carboxylic acid, 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5. Clear? Now triple bond is present and at second position which substituent is present? Methyl. So first it is written 2-methyl, up to this it is correct, 2-methyl. For 5 carbon atom, what is word root? Pent. Here what is written? Hex. So this is incorrect. Because what will be word root given for 5 carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 5 carbon atom it is pent. So it means this name is incorrect. So answer we are getting, which answer we are getting? Option number 2. But we will check option number 3 as well as option number 4. Let us move to option 3. So if we write third structure, it is CH3, CH2, CH double bond CH, C double bond O CH3. Tell me which functional group is present in third option. I am asking for third option. What is functional group present here? Very good. Which functional group is present? Ketone. So ketone will get least number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Clear? Now at which position multiple bond is present? Third position. So first write word root is hex. At third position what is present? Ene. And at second position functional group is ketone. For ketone what is suffix? On. So it means this third option is given correct. Now let us move to fourth option. If we write fourth, aldehyde is given. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is substituent present here? Methyl. Here at which position methyl is given? Fourth position. So it is 4-methyl, correct. For 5 carbon atom, what is word root? Pentane. And for aldehyde, what is secondary suffix use? Al, al. So it is pentane, al. So this is also correct. So it means what is answer? Answer is option number 2. But in second option, first from hex it is also incorrect. Na? We are not moving ahead. It is also given ene also, that is incorrect. But first what we have checked, that hex is also not possible. How many carbon atoms are present? 5. So from here it is also incorrect. Sushant, you are saying correct. It is given ene. Very good. Here triple bond is given, it will be ine, but first word root is also incorrect. So they are asking which is incorrect option. Option second is the incorrect. Let us move to next question. Now tell me which functional group is present in next question. Good, alcohol is given. Now OH is alcohol. Now what is next thing? What we have to select? Parent chain. Now tell me how many carbon atoms will be present in this parent chain. So this is longest chain of carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now after that, selection of parent chain, next rule is numbering. Now you have to tell numbering is done from left hand side or we have to do from right hand side. So I'm saying right side. Because if you write numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alcohol will be coming at which position? Second and fourth. If you write from here 1, 2, 3, 4. Again alcohol will be same 2 and 4. But what is difference here? Methyl. substituent is present at which position? Second position. If you write numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4, substituent will come at which position? Fourth. So if there is tie in functional group, next multiple bond, there is no multiple bond present. After that, what we have to check? Position of substituent. So from here, substituent is present at which position? Second position. Now first we write name for substituent. It is present at second position. So what is name? 2-methyl. Correct. Now after for 5 carbon atom, what is word root? Pent. For single bond, ane. Now complete pentane will write because diol will come. And 2, 4 diol. So this will be the name of the compound. So which option is correct for here? Third option will be correct. 2-methyl pentane 2, 4 diol. Here very good. All students are saying option 3. Very good. So easy question it is. 2-methyl pentane 2, 4 diol. Let us move to next question. Now in next question I will not give any hint. You will give 10 or 15 seconds. You have to tell what is name for this compound. Structure for this name. Now this is reverse question. Name is given. We have to draw the structure. So no hint for this question. You have to tell what is answer. So let us start. Now this is very important. Whenever any name is given, always first identify what is word root. What is word root given here? Hept. So if word root is given, always write down 7 carbon atom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And write down numbering from any end. Let us write from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So hept means 7 carbon atom. I have written 7 carbon atom. Now after that at third position what is written? Ene. Ene means double bond. So I have written at third position what is present? Double bond. Clear? After this fifth position what is written? Ine. Ine means triple bond. So at fifth position triple bond. Now at second position what is given? On. It means ketone is present. So double bond oxygen. So this is structure. We are not writing hydrogen. If you want to write hydrogen, we can write here CH3. Here 2 and 3. So 1 hydrogen. Here what is present? CH. Carbon, carbon, and here what is present? CH3. Now match from option where it is given. In first option, what is given at third position? Triple bond. Not possible. In second option, C double bond O. Double bond, and at last triple bond is given. Not possible. Check here. Double bond. Next is C double bond O, double bond, A double bond, not possible. So which is correct answer? Is option number 4. If you check double bond ketone, third position is double bond, fifth position is triple bond. So this is correct answer, option number 4. Clear? Now students who are telling option 1, 2, 3, they have to check. Any doubt in this? Now this will be important when you study reaction mechanism also. In question it is not necessary they will directly write that this is the structure of compound and then any chemical reaction. They will write name, that this compound reacts with this reagent, what is the final product. So we should know how to draw the structure from the name. So always first write the parent chain and write numbering, then write all the substituent and functional group which is given in the name. Clear? Now let us move to next part. Which of the following is, again what we have to check, which is wrongly matched. So I am asking one by one. You have to tell, first check option number 1. You have to tell this is correct name given or incorrect name given. Let us start. CHO is functional group. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At fourth position which is present here? Methyl. So it is correct 4 methyl. For 5 carbon atom pentane, and for aldehyde it is given al. So it is 4 methyl pentane al, or if you write pentane 1 al, that is also correct. It means first is given correct name. There is no wrong thing in option number 1. Now we have to check in second option. Let us check second option then. COH is functional group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At fourth position which substituent is present? Methyl. So it is correct 4 methyl is given. Now after that 5 carbon atom pent is given. Very good, pent is given. Next is triple bond is present at which position? Second position. It is given 2 pentyne. This is also correct. And functional group is oic acid, carboxylic acid. So it means this option is also correct name given. Now move to next third option. What is given from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At second position which substituent is present? Methyl. So it is 2 methyl pentanoic acid. So again this is given correct. Clear? So it means answer is fourth. Let us check why fourth is incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now how many carbon atoms are present? 6 carbon atoms, so it is hex. Now double bond is present at third position, so it will be hex 3 ene, and double ketone is present at second position, so it is 2 on. So this is correct name, but here what is given? 3 hexene 5 on, which is not possible. So it means which is incorrect here? Option number 4 is incorrect. So it is also similar type of question where you have to solve all the 4 parts, which is correct, which is incorrect. Let us move to next question. Now if you check, this is previous year question, APMD 2005. So always they will ask these type of question where all 4 options you have to check. First check by option 1 and first option you have to check. This name is given, you have to tell this is correct given or incorrect given. This is simple nomenclature of alkane. So start. How many carbon atoms are present in parent chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 carbon atoms are in parent chain. Now how many substituents are present? 2 substituents. One is methyl and one is ethyl. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. At third position what is present? Methyl. At fourth position what is present? Ethyl. And for 7 carbon it is heptane. Now if you check, they have written 3 methyl 4 ethyl, so it is incorrect. What we have to write? 4 ethyl, next is 3 methyl, and for 7 carbon atom it is heptane. Clear? They have not written in alphabetical order. Ethyl and methyl should be written in alphabetical order. So it means option first is incorrect. Let us move to second option. So this is given parent chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 3 methyl butane 2-ol. This is given correct option. Next, let's move to next part. What is length of parent chain? From where we have to start? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From both sides we are getting same. But if we take this parent chain, how many substituents we are getting? 2 substituents. One is methyl and one is ethyl. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is given correct. 2 ethyl, 3 methyl, but 1 ene. Clear? So this is also given correct name. Now next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So numbering starts from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is given 4 methyl pent 2 ine. So this is also correct. So what will be answer for this question? Option number 1. So which IUPAC rule they are not following in this first one? 4 is incorrect. No, 4th is correct if you check. It is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 is methyl for 5 carbon atom pent and second position ine. So in first option, which IUPAC rule is not followed? Alphabetical order. They have arranged prefix directly methyl ethyl, but we have to arrange ethyl, then it is methyl. Clear? Alphabetical order, very good. Now solve this question. Now this is question of not any functional group. It is simple cyclic with multiple bond. Try to solve next one. You have to tell what is answer for first, second, third, fourth. This is easy question. Now every time whenever one multiple bond or one substituent is present, listen very carefully that multiple bond will get more priority. So double bond will get first number, not this CH3. So this will get number 1, this will get 2, this will get 3. And how many carbon atoms are total? 6 carbon atoms in the ring. So remember this, that multiple bond will get a higher priority than substituent. Here CH3 is substituent, it is not any functional group. If functional group is present, then functional will get higher priority. But here it is not functional group, but is present substituent. So this will be the correct numbering. Now at third position, what is present? Methyl. So what we write? 3 methyl. Now this compound is cyclic. For cyclic compound, what is prefix used? Cyclo. For 6 carbon atom, hex, and for double bond it is ene. So what is name of this compound? It is 3-methyl cyclohexene. So which option is correct? Option number 1 is correct. So this is very important. You have to remember, maximum time student will write name like this. They will do numbering this one. CH3 they will write number 1. They will write 1, 2, 3, and this is incorrect. Because priority we have to give for multiple bond, then priority is given to substituent. Why cannot be third option? Why it is third option? 6-methyl, how it is possible? If you are writing this, I will tell 2 cases. Na? You have to tell which is correct numbering, which is lowest set of locant rule or first point of difference rule. If I write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multiple bond is getting first number. After that, if you check here, subsequent is getting 6. Here, subsequent is getting 3. So, which is correct? This is correct and this will be incorrect. Check Ratna, why it is not possible? Third option. Reason is after multiple bond, next priority we have to check for subsequent also. Now, in this, subsequent is coming at 6th position. Here, subsequent is coming at which position? 3rd position. Now, let us move to next question. Next, first tell me which functional group is present and then tell which is answer from this. First you tell which is functional group, like carboxylic acid. Very good. Now if we write numbering, COH will get number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now which is subsequent present here? At which position? 3rd position it is given, methyl. So it will be 3-methyl. Now for 4 carbon atom, what is word root? But. Now double bond is present at which position? 2nd. So butene and next is oic acid. So what is name? 3-methyl butene oic acid. So which option will match? Option number 2. So these all are previous year question. This is previous year question of AFMC, Armed Forces Medical Test. So what is name for this compound? 3-methyl butene oic acid. Option number 2. Now next. Now tell me which functional group is present. This is very good. You have to draw structure, then tell what is functional group here. What is functional group present in this compound? Next structure. Ketone is functional group. Very good. So if I draw expanded structure, it is CH3, C double bond O, CH. Now how many CH3 are present? 2. So CH3, CH3. Clear? So this is present. Now how to write name? That numbering is done in such a way so that functional group will get the least number. So from here 1, 2, 3 and 4. At 3rd position, what is present here? Methyl. So it is 3-methyl. For 4 carbon atom, what is word root? But. For single bond ane, and ketone is present at which position? 2nd position. So what is answer here? 3-methyl butane 2-one, or we can write it this as 3-methyl 2-butanone. So which option will match? Option number 4. So what is correct option? Option number 4 is correct. 3-methyl 2-butanone. Here asked. All students are telling option 4. Very good. Now tell answer for this. This is for, in last class some students are saying, sir, alcohol cyclic compound, how to write? Now this is alcohol cyclic compound. First tell me which functional group is present here? Alcohol. Then very important point is which will get higher priority? Alcohol will get higher priority or substituent will get higher priority? If I write this, how many substituents are present? 2 substituents are present. Which substituent here? CH3 and CH3. So you have to tell that which will get higher priority, OH or CH3. Functional group will get higher priority as compared to which groups? Subsequent. So which will get number 1? OH will get number 1. So let us start from here. 1. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? Now where first we have to write name of the substituent. 2 methyl groups are present. At which position methyl are present? Now at 3rd position, how many methyl are present? 2. So what we write? 3, 3. Dimethyl. Clear? After that, this is a cyclic compound. So primary suffix, what is written? Cyclo. Now how many carbon atoms are present? 6 carbon atom. For 6 carbon atom, what we write? Hex. For single bond, ane, and for alcohol, it is ol. So what is name of this compound? 3, 3 dimethyl cyclohexanol. Now check where it is given. 3, 3 dimethyl cyclohexanol. Which option? Option number 3. So option 3 is correct. Here, this is also previous year question. If you check AEEE, which is nowadays called as JEE Main. So option number 3 will be correct. So student, these are questions based on nomenclature of simple functional groups. Okay, and if you remember in class 10, you have studied all these functional groups. You have studied all these functional group in class 10. Chapter name is carbon and its compounds. So basic part of nomenclature we have covered. and we will not discuss about polyfunctional groups. When classes will start here offline, then we start these all polyfunctional group, functional groups. If more than one functional group are given, how to write name. However, why option first cannot be correct? Because here hydroxy is written. OH is functional group, it is not prefix. It is functional group, and name of functional group is comes in with suffix, secondary suffix, not in prefix. So this is all about nomenclature. Now from next class, what we start, some common name classes, that how to write common name of alkanes, how to write common name of alkyl, then some basic points about structural isomerism. So students, thank you for today, and in next class we'll start from next new topic, that is isomerism and common names.
Hi students, hello, good morning. How are you? Okay, today's our botany topic is biomolecules. Actually, the topic of biology comes under both botany and zoology. Biomolecules. What are biomolecules? Bio, living. Molecules are chemical compounds. The chemical compounds are found in living things. Chemical compounds found in living things. Living bio, chemicals, molecules. All the types of chemical compounds are found in living things, including human beings, other animals, plants, bacteria like microbes. Everything comes under living organisms. All these chemical compounds together called as biomolecules. Simple here. These are the biomolecules are organic chemical compounds or inorganic chemical compounds or both. These are organic or inorganic. They include both organic as well as inorganic chemical compounds. But when compared to the organic chemical compounds, inorganic chemical compounds may vary or variable types are there. Inorganic chemical compounds can exhibit the greatest diversity in biomolecules when compared to the types of organic chemical compounds. Carbon compounds obtained from all living tissues are called biomolecules. Already you learned earlierly. Living organisms consisting of not only inorganic elements and organic chemical compounds also there, but inorganic chemical compound elemental number is greater than that of organic chemical compounds. There is a wide diversity of living organisms in our biosphere. In our biosphere, in water, in land, different types of organisms are there, such are unicellular organisms, multicellular, animals, plants, prokaryotes, eukaryotes. Within prokaryotes, several types are there. In eukaryotes also, so many types are there. Within the plants, several groups are there. Algal groups, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperms, sunflowering plants like angiosperms. Within the flowering plants, around 5 lakh species are there. Okay, this kind of greatest diversity is there. But you have to think here, chemical compounds present in all these living organisms are similar or different from organism to organism. Biomolecules found in different various organisms. All these list of chemicals are similar from organism to organism or different from organism to organism. Now a question that arises, very interesting question. Are all living organisms are made up of same chemicals or same elements or compounds or different? Almost the list of chemical compounds are same. The list of chemical compounds all are same. Organism is whatever it may be. The list of chemical compounds are found in animals, mostly similar to the list of chemical compounds are found in human beings as well as any kind of plant body. Mostly similar, but not 100% accurate, but majority of the chemical compound list similar. But the proportionality may variable. Proportionality means quantity of that chemical may different from organism to organism, but list of chemicals are same. A comparison of elements present in non-living things and living matter present in this one table. Listen, you can collect some handful amount of soil and take it to chemistry lab. Analyze that soil material to list out the types of chemical compounds are found in the soil matter. The list exactly similar to the list of chemical compounds are found in human body or other animal body or plant body. Finally, we can conclude the list of chemical compounds are present in animal body or human body, almost all equal to the chemical compounds are found in earth crust. Earth nothing but soil. Hydrogen is there in both, but quantity is the differ or proportionality is the differ. But list of chemical compounds are same. It is experimentally proved by the analytical chemist. What is the purpose of the analytical chemistry? Analyzing of chemical compounds are found in a given matter, that may be the living matter or non-living matter. A comparison of, it is the table explains the comparison of elements present in non-living to living matter is present in the table. Hydrogen common, carbon common, oxygen, nitrogen is also common, sulfur, sodium, calcium, magnesium, silicon. Not only these few, so many types of chemical compounds are present in the earth crust, also found in human body. Almost all types of chemical compounds of the human body also found in earth crust. After death of an organism, the dead body may completely decomposed and mixed into the soil. Soil is one of the best medium for the development of plants. While growing plants can collect the minerals or these kind of chemical elements from soil. Such plants act as a food material for the human beings or animals. So, chemical compounds are found in soil, transferred into the human body via plant body. It is one of the reasons to say the list of chemical compounds are same in both earth crust and human body. So, based on this table, we can construct some kind of questions. Listen carefully. I will explain exactly 4 very important points. Point number 1. Observe here. First of all, related to earth crust. What kind of chemical compound is abundant in earth crust? Type of chemical compound abundant in earth crust. As per given data, oxygen is the abundant chemical compound. First place goes to oxygen. Whereas in human body, oxygen is the first place. 2 questions completed. Abundant chemical in earth crust, oxygen. In human body is also oxygen. Next, question number 3. What is the chemical compound that is negligible in earth crust or least amount in earth crust? Very little amount in earth crust, nitrogen. Highest amount, oxygen. Least or negligible amount, nitrogen in earth. Whereas in human body, highest oxygen, least or negligible amount, silicon. 4 questions completed. What kind of chemical compound is negligible in human body? Silicon. Negligible in earth crust, nitrogen. But oxygen is an abundant chemical in both earth crust and human body. Okay, try to remember this entire table. And we can make several types of questions based on this table. Arrange the following some kind of chemicals of the earth crust in ascending order, descending order. That is also one model kind of question. Likewise, one more. Arrange the following types of chemical compounds found in human body in ascending order or descending order. To answer for this kind of questions, you have to buy at least few values. Silicon value in both nitrogen content, oxygen content. List of elements. Read this statement. It is one of the source for to construct statement wise questions. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and several other elements were obtained of a living tissue. These are very common. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, CHO. Proteins, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen are there. Carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids. These are major kind of organic chemical compounds. Almost all kinds of organic chemicals are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. So, common type of chemical compounds. If the same analysis performed on a piece of earth crust, as an example of the non-living matter, we obtained the similar list. Just you learned from this table. So, this statement is also right. If the same analysis is performed, chemical analysis performed on a piece of earth crust, as an example of the non-living matter, we can get similar lists, the list of the chemical compounds of the human body similar to the list of chemical compounds on the earth crust. But proportionality or their quantity is different. Finally, we can say in absolute terms, no such differences could be made out. We can note down these key points. In absolute terms, no such differences could be made out from the list of chemical compounds of the earth crust and human body. All the elements present in a sample of the earth crust are also present in a sample of any living tissue, not only human body. Okay, list of the chemical compounds of plants, animals, and humans almost all similar. Like the similarities are found between earth crust and living state. Some model questions. Try to read and answer for these questions. Which of the following elements abundance is more in any living organism than that of the earth crust? What kind of chemical is abundant in living things or human body? Actually oxygen, but oxygen not given here. For as per given data, you can choose answer. To answer for this kind of questions, you have to by heart the total list. Yes, good. Right answer is the first option. A and B, carbon and hydrogen. Quantity is greater than that of the sodium and magnesium. One more question. What chemical compound abundant in human body? You know very well, I think. Type of chemical compound in human body or abundant chemical. Oxygen. Even in earth crust also oxygen quantity is greater. Next, one more question. Negligible chemical compound in earth crust. Yes, nitrogen. Nitrogen, right answer, fourth option. Negligible amount of chemical in earth crust is nitrogen. Next, chemical compound negligible in human body. Answer for the fifth question. Third option, silicon. Silicon nothing but a sand. We can't imagine the presence of sand in our body. Silicon nothing but sand. Sand never found in our body. Next topic, introduction part of the biomolecules completed. Introduction part completed. All these biomolecules are classified into two categories, biomicromolecules and biomacromolecules. What is the major variation between biomacro and micromolecules? Biomolecules broadly classified into two categories such are biomacromolecules, macro, and biomicromolecules. Micro smaller, macro bigger. Molecular weight is the main criteria to divide these chemicals into two categories. Molecular weight, MW. If the molecular weight is less than 1000 Daltons, such are classified into micromolecules. If the molecular weight of a biomolecule is greater than 1000 Daltons, so biomacromolecules. Its molecular weight is up to some few thousand or millions of the Daltons. Greater than 1000 Daltons. Unit Dalton. Greater than. If the molecular weight of a biomolecule is less than that of 1000 Daltons, or around 18 to 850 Daltons, such are micromolecules. Can you give example for biomicromolecules? Smaller molecules, but present in living things. Number one is the amino acids. Amino acids. Number two, sugar molecules, especially monosaccharides. Sugar is the English word. The technical name of the sugar is the saccharide. Saccharides, sugars. Third one, nucleotides. And fourth one, fats and lipids or oils. Almost are similar, fat, lipid, oils. Also an example for biomicromolecules. Why all these are placed under this category? Because their molecular weight is less than 1000 Daltons. It is the simplest reason. Now an example for macromolecules. Example for macromolecules. Protein, nothing but a polypeptide chain. Polysaccharides, like cellulose and starch. Also very good example for macromolecule. Nucleic acids, like DNA and RNA. Example for nucleic acids, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid, short form RNA. We can establish a relation between some kind of micromolecule to some kind of macromolecules. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Whenever amino acids are polymerized, become as a one long molecule, bigger molecule, that is the protein. So that's why it is a reason to write these macromolecules in same order only. For polysaccharides, the structural units or building blocks are sugars. Some number of sugars are joined with another one to form a long chain. That chain name is polysaccharide. Poly, many, saccharide, sugar units. Protein also called as polypeptides. Poly, many, peptides. A kind of bond present between two adjacent amino acids is the peptide bond. A long chain of amino acids, nothing but a protein or polypeptide. Long chain of nucleotides, several millions or the trillions of nucleotides are joined with another one to form a long strand or big macromolecule nucleic acids such as DNA and RNA. But lipids never give rise to any kind of macromolecules. Lipids are independent molecules. Okay. Have to note down this kind of presentation. This kind of sequence or order is essential to answer for several types of questions. What are the building blocks of protein? Amino acids, building blocks of the polysaccharides, sugars, building blocks of the DNA and RNA, nucleotides. What are the building blocks of a one wall? Bricks. Like bricks, amino acids are act as a building blocks in construction of a bigger molecule, polymer, protein. Topic is over. It is completed. Amino acids are the structural units of protein. Sugars are the structural units of polysaccharides. Nitrogen bases and nucleotides or nucleosides are the building blocks or structural units of nucleic acids like DNA, RNA. Their molecular weight is greater than 1000, sometimes maybe more than 10,000 or 1 lakh Daltons or above. Now our topic is amino acids, structural units of a protein molecule. These are usually organic chemical compounds containing one amino group, one carboxylic group, acidic group as a substituents on the same carbon. That the carbon is called alpha carbon. Observe here. In center of the amino acid is one alpha carbon is there. As we know, the valency of carbon is 4. At one valency position, COH group, carboxylic group is there, and opposite side amino group is present. NH2 is the amino group. One hydrogen is found at the third valency position, and one unique valency point is or position is the alkyl group. Due to presence of both amino group and acid group, these are called amino acids. Amino group is there. Acids, carboxylic group is there. Around 20 types of amino acids are present in all living cells for the synthesis of proteins. 20 types of amino acids are essential to synthesize protein molecules. What is the difference from one amino acid to another amino acid? In all these 20 types of amino acids, the 3 valency positions are similar. Listen once again. In all amino acids, at the place of alpha carbon, the 3 valency positions are similar. Exact Xerox copies. Amino group, carboxylic group, hydrogen atom are common. But alkyl group is the differ from amino acid to amino acid. Alkyl group is the different from amino acid to amino acid. Alkyl group is the different from amino acid to amino acid. Now the central carbon is called as alpha carbon. And one more thing, amino acids are substituted methanes. In chemical structure, the methane also a carbon with 4 valency positions are there. CH4 is the formula for methane. Hence we can say amino acids are the substituted methanes. There are 4 substituted groups occupying the 4 valency positions. At one position amino group, another position carboxylic group, hydrogen atom is common, and alkyl is the different from amino acid to amino acid. That is amino group, acid group, hydrogen atom, a larger group when compared to the remaining 3 groups. Alkyl one is the larger one, bigger one. These 3 groups are same in all amino acids, but alkyl is different. Based on nature of alkyl group, different types of amino acids are there. Types of amino acids based on alkyl groups. It is alkyl alpha carbon with carboxylic group, amino group, hydrogen atom, but R group is different from amino acid to amino acid. Basic frame is common for all types of amino acids. Example for some kind of amino acids: glycine, alanine, serine, not only these 3, remaining 17 types of amino acids also this basic frame is the common. But what is the difference? In glycine amino acid, alkyl group is just hydrogen atom only. If the alkyl group is the methyl, CH3 the methyl group. The name of that amino acid is the alanine. Whereas in serine, hydroxy methyl group is there. OH, hydroxy methyl group is there. If the alkyl group is the hydroxy methyl, the amino acid name is serine. Likewise, we can construct one question here. What is the alkyl group in alanine? Purely methyl without a hydroxy group. Whereas in glycine, only hydrogen atom is there. When compared to other amino acid structures, simplest amino acid is the glycine. Very simplest amino acid is the glycine. The types of amino acids are involved in protein synthesis, consisting of a alpha carbon. The carbon which forges amino group and carboxylic group is generally termed as alpha carbon. Such kind of amino acids are alpha. In living cells, more than 100 types of amino acids are there. Among these 100 types, 20 types are alpha type, such are essential to synthesize the protein molecules. What is the alkyl group in serine amino acid? Hydroxy methyl group. In glycine, hydrogen, alanine, methyl, serine, hydroxy methyl. Alanine, hydroxy methyl in serine. The chemical and physical properties of amino acids are based on amino group, carboxylic group, or functional groups. What kind of group plays important role in type of amino acids? Only a functional group or alkyl group. But in chemical properties of amino acid, physical properties of amino acids decided by or impacted by the 3 types of chemical groups: amino group, carboxylic group, and functional groups. Next topic, types of amino acids based on number of carboxylic group and amino groups. Based on number of amino groups and carboxylic groups, amino acids are classified into three types: acidic kind, second basic amino acids, third one is the neutral. What is the meaning for acidic type? In acidic type amino acid, it is alpha carbon, carboxylic group, amino group, hydrogen atom, and alkyl group. Acid, carboxylic groups are more than one. Already one carboxylic group is existing at the alpha carbon. Second, or more than or extra carboxylic groups are found in alkyl group also. In overall structure of amino acid, number of carboxylic groups are more than one. That is the meaning for acidic type of amino acid. Likewise, we can guess what is the characteristic features of the basic type of amino acids. Basic type of amino acid. The basic nature of amino acid is contributed from amino group. That's why in this amino acid, carboxylic group number is always 1, but amino groups are more than 1. Already one amino group is existing in this alpha carbon. The extra amino groups are found in alkyl group. Number of amino groups are more than 1, such are basic. If any amino acid consisting of only one carboxyl, only one amino group, such are called neutral type. Okay, based on number of carboxylic groups and amino groups, amino acids are classified into mainly these three categories. One more category is also there. If that alkyl group is the heterocyclic compound, such are called aromatic, benzene, anthracene, naphthalene type of chemical compounds are there in this alkyl group, such are called aromatic amino acids. Okay, tell me once again, what is the meaning for acidic amino acid? If the number of carboxylic groups means acid groups are more than one, acidic. Amino group number more than one, basic. Both the carboxylic group and amino group is only one. Never found in any amino group or carboxylic groups in alkyl. Such are neutral types. In entire this neutral amino acid, only one amino group, only one carboxylic group is there. It is also essential to learn example for these three types of amino acids. Examples. Glutamic acid is a good example for acidic type of amino acid. Glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. Example for basic type of amino acid. Lysine. Example for neutral amino acids. Valine. Tell me, how many carboxylic and amino groups are found in an amino acid valine? Only one carboxylic group, one amino group, because it is a neutral category. How many amino groups are found in lysine? In lysine, carboxylic group is the one, but amino groups are more than one. That's why lysine is an example for basic type. Whereas in glutamic acid, amino group is the single, but acid groups, carboxylic groups are more than one. How can you remember all these examples? We can make one mnemonic. Before going that one, today, nowadays, India can perform very well in one sector. When compared to other foreign countries, the India growth is very high in one kind of sector. But tell me what kind of sector? India is highly progressive in space research, in manufacturing of satellite launching vehicles. Different types of satellite launching vehicles are there, GSLV, PSLV, SLV. In that highly succeeded kind of satellite launching vehicles, GSLV, but S letter is missing here. G for glutamic, L for lysine, V for valine. Recently, one small documentary is telecasted about these GSLV launching vehicles by one news channel. That channel is the ABN. ABN channel telecasted about the small video regarding GSLV vehicles. ABN, A acidic, B basic, N neutral. G for glutamic, L lysine and V for valine. Next one, another specific or unique property of amino acid is the zwitterionic form. Do you know about the zwitterion? Definition for the zwitterion: a molecule such as, like amino acid, carries both positive charge and negative charge. Generally, a molecule possesses either positive or negative, either cationic form or anionic form. But whereas in zwitterions, both the charges are found at a time in single amino acid. Observe these images. Actually, the COH group, carboxylic group. If one proton H plus is removed out and transferred to the amino group, it becomes as a zwitterionic form. Zwitterionic form. Due to loss of proton, negative charge is developed. Due to the addition of one proton to this amino group, already two hydrogens are there. One H plus is added, it gives rise to positive charge. Due to the presence of both the charges, negative, positive at once, that ionic nature of this amino acid is the zwitterion. It is the meaning for zwitterion. In case of anionic forms or cationic forms, either in one form, only one form of charge is there, either positive form or negative form. Whereas in deuterions, both the charges are possible to present at once or at a time. Deuterion is a neutral molecule due to the presence of both the positive and negative electrical charges. That positive charge contributor NH3 plus group, amino group. Negative charge contributor COH group. When it loses one H plus molecule, it becomes as a COO minus. CO minus. Both the charges are there within a single molecule to get neutrality. Observe here, cationic form, positive charge. Anionic form, negative charge. Deuterionic form, both the charges are there, positive as well as the negative. Deuterionic forms. It is one of the unique feature of amino acids. This kind of feature is the peculiar feature. If the positive charge is there, reason for this kind of positive charge transferring of one proton H plus molecule from carboxylic group to the amino group. By losing that carboxylic group, proton, it becomes as COO minus. By gaining one proton, NH2 becomes as NH3 plus. Positive charge and negative charge both are there. That is the meaning for deuterionic concept. Is it clear? Just intramolecular shifting is there. One proton molecule shifted from one group to another group within the single molecule. Proton donating group is carboxylic. H plus nothing but proton accepting group is amino group. By getting H plus, amino group becomes as NH3 plus. By losing proton, carboxylic group becomes as anionic group or COO minus. Within a single molecule, both are there at once. That is the meaning for deuterionic form. Okay, is it clear? Now, try to answer for these questions. How many types of amino acids are found in proteins? 20 types of amino acids. Next question. Amino acids are organic compounds containing a kind of organic compound, micromolecule, biomicromolecule, and it is consisting of, yes, both amino group as well as carboxylic group. Other name of the carboxylic group is acidic group. Next question, just listen. Name the amino acid. Name an amino acid in which alkyl group is hydroxymethyl. First option glycine, second option serine, third valine, fourth one is alanine. In glycine, just only hydrogen atom is there, that's why it is not a right answer. Whereas in valine, just methyl group is there, only methyl group. That is also wrong answer. Yes, serine is right answer. In serine, the functional group is hydroxymethyl. Next, one more question. Name the amino acid. Option same, there is no change in options. Name an amino acid in which single amino group and single carboxylic group is present. Only one amino group and only carboxylic group, entire structure of amino acid. Identify the amino acid from following in which amino group and carboxylic groups are only one. Amino group is single, carboxylic group is also single. Yes, here two answers are there. In glycine, single amino and carboxylic group. In valine also, two are there. So we can give glycine and valine both are for neutral amino acids. The meaning for this kind of amino acid is the neutral type. Neutral. In valine also, single amino group, carboxylic group. Glycine also, already learned, you might have learned the structure of the glycine. In the single amino group, single carboxylic group is there. It is in a category of neutral. That's why the right answer is 1 and 3. Okay, good. Next, one more question. What kind of chemical groups may contribute to form deuterionic form of an amino acid? Name the chemical groups will contribute to form deuterionic Zwitterionic form of an amino acid. Zwitterionic form of an amino acid is contributed from options: hydroxyl group, amino and acidic groups, phosphate group, sulfate group, both amino group and acidic group. In that acido group is the proton donor and proton acceptor is amino group. By accepting proton group, amino become as NH3 plus, positive charge. By losing proton, carboxyl group become as COO minus, negative charge. Yes, second option right answer. Okay, good. Amino acids completed. Next chapter in tomorrow class, that is the proteins and polysaccharides. Both are example for macromolecules. I will explain both the protein molecules and polysaccharides in next class. Okay, bye now.
Good morning, good morning. So please be careful with temperatures. Stay home, stay hydrated. Okay. So guys, last two classes we discussed about human respiratory system and just synopsis of that. We also discussed about mechanism of breathing, inhalation and exhalation. Today we will be mostly focusing on an event. Without this event, your body might turn very toxic. Your body might become home for many pathogens, and without this event, our lifespan might be decreased to half also. So what is such important process in a body which will remove harmful toxins of your body, which will cleanse you, which will make you pure again? The process in which, the phenomenon in which your body will try to get rid of harmful chemicals. The process in which your body gets rid of any harmful chemicals, this was excretion. Through food. Guys, mainly we depend upon three types of food molecules to get energy: carbohydrates, proteins and lipids. Carbs are composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Even lipids are also composed mainly of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Whereas proteins consist of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen as well as sulfur. Isn't it? These are the three main categories of food we usually depend on. So we call them as macronutrients. These are macronutrients. However, any type of metabolism you show, any type of metabolism you exhibit, definitely require enzymes. And these enzymes may also require non-calorie molecules. I mean, these enzymes to work efficiently, they may depend on vitamins and minerals also. But guys, vitamins and minerals, they do not give you any calories, but they will help to get calories. Therefore, vitamins and minerals, they do not give you any calories, but they help you to get calories, because these vitamins and minerals, they activate your enzymes. Therefore, we refer them as micronutrients. Okay. Guys, you eat, you drink, You eat any sort of food material, you drink groundwater, distilled water, soft drinks, many things are there to be consumed. But whatever you push into your body, anything you consume into your body, anything goes into your body will try to extract useful things, and body is conscious enough to differentiate from useful molecules from non-useful and useless or toxic chemicals also. Our intestine will absorb, our stomach will try to absorb useful nutrients, and those unused toxic substances will be removed from your body. So this removal of toxic waste from your body was referred as excretion. Now my question to you was that, what if we do not excrete? If you do not excrete, your body will be filled with toxins like urea, ammonia, uric acid, more molecules, more ions of sodium, potassium, chlorine, magnesium, manganese, copper, iron, zinc. You always know that you should eat a balanced diet. You should maintain a balance in your body. If anything is deficient, get it. If anything is excess, remove it. Isn't it? So excretion is such a phenomenon in which you eat many things, but your body will try to get some things into your cells, and some molecules must be ruthlessly sent out of your body. This elimination of toxins of your body was referred as excretion. Guys, remember, urea must be excreted. Uric acid must be excreted. Ammonia definitely should be removed from your body. Sodium ions, keep some, excrete some. Potassium ions, keep some, excrete some. Chloride ions, keep some, excrete some. Manganese, magnesium, iron, zinc, calcium, keep some, excrete some. Excretion is just not removing everything. You should maintain something in a body, and if it is excess concentration, remove it. You should not depend on this excess at all. So removal of accessory wastes which are not required at that moment of time is excretion. Guys, at this context, I would like to focus on two things for you. First thing was that, does every living form, Monera to Animalia, do they have to excrete? Yes. Every living form has to excrete. Excretion is in Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia also. Yes. Every life form has to excrete, because during metabolic processes, they may manufacture ammonia, urea, uric acid, or they may also manufacture carbon dioxide. In some textbooks, removal of carbon dioxide is also considered as excretion. Therefore, do not forget that, isn't it? Like this. Now, this is first aspect. Every living form has to excrete. Second aspect is that, do you need any special structure? Do you need any special organ or tissue for excretion purpose? Yes, of course. Always we need some cell component, tissue, organ, or at least an entire organ system to get rid of toxic waste. And now a question for you. So we defecate through anus, that is also kind of excreta. We urinate through penis, it's also excretion. Along with it, You will spit saliva. Saliva also consists of some harmful substances. So you have to keep on spitting saliva regularly. In addition, sweat. Sweat coming out of your sweat glands or skin also has got some excreta. It also has got some uric acid, lactic acid, many chemicals on it. So do never think that only defecation and urination are kinds of excretion. No, even saliva spitting, sweating process is also a kind of excretion. Okay, then the basic aspect was that in Animalia, so we know all life forms connected, but our focus mainly stays on Animalia. In kingdom Animalia, we came across many phylums, but some phylums got a better excretory organs than other phylums. Obviously, chordates, we possess most advanced excretory organs when compared to lower phylums. So a point to be noted here, in case of Platyhelminthes or in case of Cephalochordata, primitive chordates, these Platyhelminthes or flatworms and cephalochordates like primitive chordates, they do excrete, but they excrete with the help of specialized structure known as flame cells. What is the synonym for flame cell? Flame cell has got one more name. What was an alternative spelling for flame cell? They are also referred as protonephridia. Done. In case of Annelida, like earthworms, leeches, nereis, they may try to excrete with the help of better structures than flame cells. What are those? Nephridia. Much evolved, much better. Like this. If you ask me about arthropods, guys, Arthropoda is largest phylum ever discovered among Animalia. In arthropod also, you can come across many type of insects on land, insect-like creatures in water. Water-dwelling arthropods were referred as crustaceans, whereas land-dwelling, terrestrial-dwelling arthropods were usually referred as insects. Houseflies, honeybees, mosquitoes are insects. Crabs, prawns, lobsters were crustaceans, aquatic arthropods. So there is a demarcation here. In arthropoda, terrestrial arthropods like honeybees, cockroaches, houseflies, they may excrete with the help of Malpighian tubules, which is much better than Nephridia. Whereas marine arthropods like crustaceans, crab, lobster, prawns, shrimps, marine forms may excrete with the help of green glands, which are sometimes referred as antennal glands. Like this. Okay. What about chordata? With very few exceptions, most of the chordates, including mammals, reptiles, aves, amphibians, and some fishes also, they may make use of kidneys for excretion. Like this. And the question was that, does every animal excrete exactly same type of chemical? No. Guys, among sodium, potassium, carbon dioxide, lactic acid, ammonia, urea, uric acid, we will be mostly focusing on nitrogenous wastes. So we, animal bodies, does make 3 different types of nitrogenous waste products. The most toxic of all, very dangerous, ammonia. More toxic. Then there is a lesser toxic form than compared to ammonia which we excrete. So that was lesser toxic than ammonia, that was urea. There was even more better excreta which is excreted by land-based insects like cockroaches, reptiles and birds. To excrete this chemical, they may have to spend very less amount of water. So the least toxic excreta was uric acid. So nitrogenous phase mainly include ammonia, urea, uric acid. Which is most toxic? Ammonia. Average toxic? Urea. Least toxic of all? Uric acid. What do you call excretion of ammonia? Ammonotelism. Excretion of ammonia is ammonotelism, and those animals are referred as ammonotelic animals. Ammonotelic animals. Same time, excretion of urea, our cells, you call it as ureotelism, and we can call ourselves as ureotelic animals. Ureotelism, we are ureotelic animals. Done? Now, what about uric acid? If you excrete uric acid, this phenomenon is uricotelism. And these animals are uricotelic animals. Okay. See, most toxic, least toxic, average toxic. Most toxic, average toxic, least toxic. Guys, as ammonia is very, very toxic, it should be diluted. To dilute, it needs huge amount of water. So to excrete ammonia, those animals have to use very high amount of water also. As ammonia is more toxic, it needs more water to help in excretion. Therefore, water usage will be more in order to excrete ammonia. But urea is less toxic because land animals have adopted to conserve some amount of water. Therefore, they know, land animals know how to convert ammonia to urea, and they will excrete urea with comparatively less amount of water. Therefore, water was moderately required for excretion of urea. Then, which excretory waste requires least amount of water to excrete? Obviously, uric acid. Uric acid is very, very condensed form of excreta. It could be excreted with minimal amount of water. Least amount of water. See, more the toxicity, more amount of water is required to excrete it. Less the toxicity, less amount of water was required to excrete it. Now, question for you: which excretory product needs highest amount of water to excrete ammonia? Which excreta, which chemical requires minimum amount of water to excrete? Uric acid. We were neither ammonotelic, we were neither uricotelic. We are ureotelic. We are not maximum, not minimum. We are moderate. If you ask me examples, yes, we can think of some of them. Try them. Ammonotelic. Guys, ammonotelic. ammonia excreting animals are mostly aquatic, always aquatic. So bony fishes, all bony fishes, despite they're in rivers, ponds or ocean, that was not a matter. If they're bony fishes, they will excrete ammonia, including aquatic amphibians, possibly when they're in tadpole condition. When tadpoles, they excrete ammonia, including aquatic crustaceans, aquatic arthropods, they also excrete ammonia. Like this. What about animals which excrete uric acid with minimum amount of water? Yes, almost all reptiles, almost all birds, synonym for birds, aves, and almost all terrestrial insects like cockroach, spider, scorpion, like that. Almost all terrestrial arthropods, insects, they excrete uric acid. Can you give me some examples of animals which excrete urea? Yes, our cells, mammals, almost all mammals, and terrestrial amphibians, frog when it is on land, salamander when it is on land, as well as marine cartilaginous fishes like sharks. Guys, marine cartilaginous fishes should be the answer. Just don't simply memorize marine fishes. No, marine cartilaginous fishes. A question for you now. Guys, can you give me 5 examples of marine cartilaginous fishes? Try this. Try this. Give me any 5. Give me any 5 examples of marine cartilaginous fishes. Shark. Yes, very good. Very good. Shark is good. Scoliodon, dogfish. Yes. Shark. One more. Rays. Manta ray. Eagle rays. Sharks. Rays. One more. You can think of it. Hammerhead shark was there. Milk shark was there. Frilled shark was there. Whale shark. Tiger shark. Bull shark. Torpedoes were there. Electric rays were there. Many species were there. Pristis, sawfish. There are many species. Very good. Whales are not fishes. Whales are mammals. Guys, whale is not a fish. Whale is a mammal. Whale respires through lungs. Whale excretes urea. It's a mammal. And whale come to the surface to breathe. They have a hole on their head. Whales are mammals. And jellyfish belongs to Cnidaria. Coelenterate. It's not a fish. Name fish doesn't. Guys, see, if name has fish, it is not fish always. Jellyfish is not a fish. Okay. Devilfish, octopus is not a fish. Cuttlefish, sepia is not a fish. No, they are not fishes. We commonly refer them as fishes, but technically they do not belong to Pisces. Fishes, no. Even silverfish, usually found this in books, old books. Old books have some small insects. We call them as silverfishes. Even they are not fishes. Dolphin is a mammal. Skates are cartilaginous. They excrete urea. Very good. Am I clear to this point? So 3 types of nitrogenous waste: ammonia, urea, uric acid. Ammonotelism, urotelism, urocotelism. Most toxic, least toxic. Most amount of water used, least amount of water used. Minimal amount of water will be used to excrete uric acid, whereas maximum amount of water will be used to excrete ammonia. We were neither minimum nor maximum. We use mediocre amount of water to excrete urea. Mammals are ureotelic. Done. So coming to our context, in case of humans, Homo sapiens, in Homo sapiens, we are ureotelic, which means we excrete urea, and to excrete urea, you may take help of special excretor structures, those are kidneys. Guys, there is an interesting fact here. There are some bony fishes, most of them, even though they possess kidneys, they may not excrete through kidneys always. Bony fishes may excrete their ammonia through body surface or gills also. So presence of kidneys does not ensure that we must use them, but we do use them. We always depend on kidneys for your excretion. I have a question for you. What if both kidneys of a person get damaged? What if? Yeah, having kidneys is a natural thing. What if both kidneys of a person got damaged? Is there any solution for this? Yes. If your kidneys doesn't function, that's okay for a while. We can depend upon dialysis. Some books refer that as hemodialysis because you're getting urea out of blood, right? So using kidneys was natural excretion. If you do machine to do this, that was artificial excretion, nothing but hemodialysis. Very good. Dialysis is artificial form of excretion. It is done when both kidneys of a person fail. Done? So we are well aware about, we are having enough knowledge about kidneys. Kidneys are on dorsal side of your body between your thorax and stomach chamber below here. Between last thoracic vertebrae and starting lumbar vertebrae, so you can see a pair of kidneys. Kidneys are bean-shaped organs. Kidneys are bean-shaped organs. In humans, in our body, these kidneys look reddish brown in color, brick red, exactly. Reddish brown. On an average, each kidney weighs between 120 to 170 grams. Details. And if you ask me their dimensions, of course, a kidney may have length, width, thickness also. So 10 to 12, 4 to 5 or 5 to 6, thickness 2 to 3, like this. Now there's an exercise for you. Guys, I gave you values. 10 to 12 is length of kidney, 4 to 5 is breadth, wideness of kidney, and thickness is 2 to 3. My question was that, what are units? Are these written in centimeters or inches? Up to you. Find out. These are in centimeters or inches or kilometers or miles. What was that? Find out. I gave you centimeter or inch. You know this. 10 to 12 centimeters, 5 to 6 centimeters, and 2 to 3 inches in centimeters. Is it centimeters or inches? Please look at that properly. Very good, centimeters. And each kidney, you can see, guys, there was a convex surface here as well as concave also. and each kidney was covered by a tough capsule like this. This is tough capsule of a kidney. Okay. Now, convex side, concave side. See carefully. Towards concave side of kidney, you can see a notch. Notch means place where it goes into. Notch means a place where it is actually depression. Notch on concave side of kidney. We refer this notch as hilum. Okay. And this hilum like notch opens. Yes, hilum is okay. Hilus is also okay. Don't worry, both are correct. And this notch has hilum. This notch is hilum. It opens into a funnel-like structure known as renal pelvis. Notch opens into a funnel-like structure known as renal pelvis. And this pelvis is divided into conical structures like this. See, like this. Like this, branches. This is pelvis, and pelvis got split into many conical shaped masses. These are not exactly. These are called as, each thing is called as calyx. As there are many structures, we refer them as renal calyces. Renal calyces. Done? Guys, focus now. Yes, kidney was covered by a tough capsule, it's okay. And the peripheral part of kidney, this part, the peripheral component of kidney, we refer this peripheral component as renal cortex. The peripheral component of kidney was referred as renal cortex. Whereas the interior, this interior part, entire thing, the interior of this kidney, this was called as renal medulla. Outside cortex, inside medulla. But in kidney, medulla is not exactly how you think of it. No. In case of kidney, this medulla was split into many conical mass-like structures which were actually attached to calyces. Guys, doing this again. In case of kidney, medulla was split into many small conical masses like structure like this. So this medulla was represented as many small conical masses which were attached to those calyces. They look like pyramids, therefore these are renal pyramids, but as their medulla, we call them as renal medullary pyramids. Got it? Medulla are not continuous. It was like small boxes, pyramids, which was attached to calyx. We refer them as medullary pyramids. Done? Now you can see here, guys, between pyramids obviously there was some gap, isn't it? As pyramids are not continuous, there is a gap. Cortex can also extend into these gaps like this. Between renal pyramids you saw some gap. Even this space was filled by renal cortex like this. This one. See? This. Cortex looks like columns here. I'll color it differently. See this. Column 1, column 2, column 3. Vertical columns, right? Like this. Cortex also extends into medullary region. These extensions of cortex into medullary region, they look like columns, and these columns are referred as, what do you call these columns? They were referred as columns of Botany, named after scientists who discovered them. Columns of Botany. Okay, so 10 to 12 centimeters, 5 to 6 centimeters, width of 2 to 3. It has medulla, cortex, hilum, pelvis, calyx, renal pyramids, cortex. Cortex extends as columns of Botany. Got this? Now, a point for you is that hilum or notch is entry and exit point also. So ureter comes out through hilum because pelvis extends as ureter. Renal artery enters into kidney. Renal vein exits out of kidney. Renal artery, renal vein exits out of kidney. Okay, so you have to think what enters kidneys, artery, what exit kidneys, ureter and renal veins. And each kidney consists of many tiny tubular structures known as nephrons. You are very familiar with this term, right? Isn't it? Nephrons. Nephrons are found inside kidneys. Each kidney may have almost 1 million nephrons. Each kidney may have almost 1 million nephrons. Guys, is it clear till this point? Understood? You can see your textbooks. Nephrons will open inside pyramids like this. There were lines in pyramids, okay? These lines are nothing but extensions of nephrons. Once you complete this, we can understand this complete. You will get a complete scenario once you complete this. Okay? So, hilum, pelvis, calyx, renal pyramids, cortex. Cortex extends between renal pyramids as columns of Botany. So, at the notch, renal artery enters, renal vein exits. Same time, pelvis goes out as ureter. You got pair of kidneys, therefore pair of ureters. Pair of kidneys, pair of ureters, one bladder, and attached to it was urethra like this. Kidneys, ureter, bladder, and urine comes out through urethra. So kidneys, ureter, bladder, urethra, which are paired structures, kidneys and ureter, which are unpaired structures, bladder and urethra, single each. These four components comprise human excretory system. I'm telling one thing, in science, things were discovered, then named. That's how you should learn. Do not just make a heading and learn about that. No, that's not how it happens. You learn something, then you should think that, what should we name this now? A system means interaction with many organs, systems. Organ, then they made a system. Yes, right. Okay. So in tomorrow's class, we will be focusing on what is the exact role of nephron, how does it help you to get rid of urea. Okay, am I clear till this point? Is it okay? Okay, done? Okay, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Please stay home, please be careful, stay hydrated.